Hello, hi Shanticha. Oh, Santita.
Yes.
My first mistake.
It's okay.
안녕하세요, 산치타 씨.
네, 안녕하세요.
네, 산치타 씨는 인도에서 살고 있는 한국어 학습자입니다. 네, 2년 전부터 한국어를 이렇게 시작했는데 이제 한국어뿐만 아니라 한국 공부뿐만 아니라 글렉스 2020로 한국어 학습자들에게 언어 교환 수업을 제공하고 있습니다. 산치타 씨는 아주 긍정적이고 열심히 사는 사람이기 때문에 저도 많이 존경하고 그래서 이번 팟캐스트에서 산치타 씨와 글렉스 2020에 대해서 더 알아보려고 합니다. 안녕하세요.
네, 감사합니다. Thank you for the wonderful introduction.
혹시
제가 네, 한국어 아직 잘 못해요. 왜냐하면 제가 1년 반 동안 한국어 공부했지만 아직 잘 못해요. 계속 공부하고 있어요. 네, 한국 사람 그리고 한국어 선생님이랑 계속 한국어 공부하고 있어요. 네, 네 만나서 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다. 사실
네,
저도 이제 7년 동안 한국어를 공부하고 있었거든요. 저도
음,
많이 부족하고 배울 거 너무 많아요. 그래서 산시드 씨는 겨우 1년 반이라고 했죠?
네.
1년 반 동안 한국어를 배우는데 이제 많은 한국어를 알고 있는데 아주 멋지다고 생각해요.
아니에요. 진짜 제가 많이 공부해야 돼요. 네, 그냥 말하기만 했어요. 그래서 도움이 안 돼요. Like I just have been focusing on conversation skills, but I'm not really good at writing, or I'm not even good at speaking. I don't say that I'm really good at that yet, but yeah, I've been listening a lot. So 많이 how do you say that?
공부해야 돼요.
네, 듣기
연습?
연습 많이 했어요. 네, 듣기.
음.
그래서 네, 도움이 됐어요. 네.
음, 그래서 일단 왜 한국어 배우게 됐어요?
제가 사실은 2018년에 한국에 가봤어요. 제 대학교에서 숙명여대 we had a partner. I mean, we had a tie-up. So I had a chance to go to Korea in 2018. And 네, 한국어와 한국 문화 수업했어요. 한 달 동안. 근데 when I came back to India, I didn't continue anything. So it was like I forgot everything, everything I knew about Korea. So I think that it was a very rough start for me. But when the pandemic happened in 2020, 2020년 5월부터 한국어 공부 다시 시작했어요. 네,
아,
네, 사실은 제가 혼자 공부를 시작했어요. 근데 많이 심심했어요. 그래서 네,
혼자니까.
페이스북에서 네, 혼자 있었어요. 그래서 라넬라 제가 6월에 라넬라 씨가 만났어요. 그때부터 오늘까지 계속 한국어 수업하고 있어요. 네,
와,
매일매일 한국어 공부했어요.
그래서 그것에 대해서 조금 더 알려주실 수 있어요? 어떤 공부를 하세요? 라리나 씨라고? 그리고 라리나
네,
씨는 누구예요?
네. 사실 제가 라넬라 씨 we were complete strangers. Like we met in a Facebook group called Learn Korean in K Culture, and we were complete strangers. Like I was studying, like I think that she was inspiring in some ways because she was an admin in that group, and I was looking up to her. Like she was doing a lot of notes, like Korean notes. She was making a lot of mistakes. 그래서 저도 한국어 토하고 싶고 이거 생각했어요. 그래서 they that's why I talked to her, and then it was like in just about a week or so we made GLEx2020 podcast. 왜냐면
빠르다.
uh, 라넬라 씨 그리고 저 한국어 말하기 연습 필요했어요. 그래서 글렉시 이거 만들었어요. 네. 그리고 한국 선생님도 만나고 싶었어요. 그래서 we had similar interests. That's why we came together and made this podcast. 네.
Okay. And it was through that podcast that I met you for the first time.
맞아요.
Like your sixth episode or something. 그래서 그 Lex 2020에 대해서 조금 더 소개해 줄 수 있어요?
Day. So as I said earlier, this was like very spontaneous. Like we had no plans of creating Lex 2020, but we just wanted to talk to each other. Like 한국어 말하기 하고 싶었어요. 그래서 어떤 플랫폼 아니면 어떻게 하는지 많이 생각했어요. And Ranella already had Ranella and Friends podcast on Anchor. So she suggested that why don't we practice Korean on that, on that channel. So I was like, yeah, let's go ahead. And we had already decided GLEx2020 Global Language Exchange established in 2020. And we had already decided that this would be our name, this would be our brand. And then but we did not have the official podcast yet, so we started recording on Ranella's personal channel, which is Ranella and Friends, and that's where I met you, right? So
네.
she already had many friends who were also learning Korean, and yeah, we got to know more people through that channel. And Global Language Exchange is the platform that where we wanted to connect Korean learners to Korean teachers and content creators. So that was our main purpose. But as we went ahead, in our journey, I think that we met many people who were not able to afford Korean language lessons. So for us, it was a major shift for us. Then we started seeking teachers who were ready to teach for free, and we had many free and affordable language programs for people across the world, and that became our mission. Mission and vision. It just started as a podcast, where we wanted to meet people, right? But as we went ahead, it was like it became a social cause or something like that, and it was really inspiring for me as well, because in my architecture field, I was looking for such opportunities where I can work in social housing and all that. Like I wanted to do some kind of impactful work, and I found that in GLEx2020. So that's how we have came here. I think that our vision is very strong. It's just that we're not able to find our way yet. Like we we have many teachers who are willing to teach for free, and they believe in our vision. The only problem is that we are not able to reach many people because we don't have that kind of manpower, right? It's just me and Ranella who are doing all the marketing on Facebook, on Instagram, on High Local too. Like Ranella is on High Local, so yeah, we just need more outreach, I think. Yeah.
What are the numbers looking like? How many teachers or students have you seen in the classes?
So we actually have more teachers than we have students. So we have 10 teachers at the moment, and we can get more teachers as well. But as for the students, we only have 2 to 3 students per class. So it is quite disappointing for us as well, and for the teachers. So that's why we're gonna take some break. Like I'm gonna take a break because I was mainly doing Zoom sessions. So I'm gonna take a break from that and try to introspect, like what can we do to get more students, to reach more students, right? Because there are teachers who want to teach the language for free, because I think that
That is
Koreans are
amazing.
really kind. Yeah,
진짜
I mean,
대단하십니다.
they like I have only been like I have I'm holding on only because of our teachers. It's like I would have given up long time ago had it been just for the students. Like really. I mean, it's just because of the teachers. I'm still holding on. I cannot give up.
Mm.
네.
I think that kind of touches on another question I was going to ask you, but
Mhm.
글렉스 2020를 응량하는 동안 어려운 장벽이 있었나요? So
네.
besides, recruiting students, was there anything else that was difficult for you?
I don't think that there was anything as difficult as recruiting students because,
But there's so many
yeah,
people who are wanting to learn Korean.
um, there are many people, but I don't think that they are the right fit for our programs because I think that GLEx2020 is more about community building, so it's not just about the Korean lessons, but we have a global classroom and we need to be more open-minded to be able to study with each other and also very patient. So our classes don't have a set curriculum, but we believe in conversation, like having free talking sessions and getting to know each other and just practicing lifting each other up. Like even when you're at a beginner level, you can still join the sessions because our teachers are so like they're very kind. They do uplift you in whatever way they can. Even when you're in an advanced class, you can still join when you're at a beginner level,
Mm.
right? So that is something that we are trying to develop here, that kind of companionship, that community sense of community and all that. So that is very difficult to impart in others. Like me and Ranela, we both are of that mindset. So it's very difficult to find people like us, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
혹시 어떤 재미있는 수업이 있었나요?
재미있는 수업 많아요. 제가 한국시 많이 좋아해요. 그래서 한국시 수업, 그리고 K-pop 수업, K-드라마 수업도 있어요. 그래서 네, 재미있는 수업
K-드라마
있어요.
수업이라고요?
네, 지니쌤
아,
알고 있어요?
지니쌤.
네,
네, 다음에 지니쌤도 인터뷰할 거예요.
네.
그래서 그
어,
K-드라마 수업에서 뭐 해요? 뭔가
K-드라마 수업에서
대본을 읽어요?
네, we actually we learn a lot of vocabulary, 단어 연습, 그리고 일기 연습도 있어요. 네. So we watch a clip from K-drama and we read the dialogues. Then we also learn about the vocabulary. There are many things that we learn actually. So.
Speaking about learning, Lex 2020를 운영하면서 자기의 산시자 씨에게 대해 배웠던 점이 있었나요?
Oh, I didn't get that question.
네, 자기에 대해 배웠던 점 있나요? 음, 저희 스스로 나에게 배웠다.
So what did I learn about myself?
네, 나에 대해 배우는 점.
Mm, I think that I've been
있어요?
honestly speaking, I think that I've developed the sense of community building in because of Flex 2020. And had it not been for this community, I would have, just kept struggling by myself and, finding ways. But because we met so many teachers who were so kind to us, and also the students from all over the world, like we have nothing in common. It's just the love for Korean language and Korean culture has brought us all together. So I think that has really helped me develop my personality as well, and also my leadership skills, because it's really difficult to plan everything, to coordinate everything. Most of my time goes in coordinating stuff, right? So I'm talking to teachers, and so the funny thing is that teachers only speak Korean, right? So
당연하죠.
and
Of course.
네. So when I'm talking to them, they are texting in Korean, and I'm replying to them in English. So that is how our communication goes. And like I'm going back and forth in Papago, and like I've survived for 1.5 years now, so I think that I can do anything. I can learn any language if I can, just conduct these classes, like
음,
coordinate with our teachers. It's just, I think that language is a tool, like Ginny Sen said, it's just a tool. So what matters is the feelings and attachment that we have with our people. So yeah, that is really important to me.
너무 좋아요. I'm also a part of GLEx 2020, and like what I've noticed is you guys aren't just teaching Korean, like you have spread out and you started to have like, Tagalog classes or basic Arabic classes. So I'm wondering, 한국말로 할게요. 언어에 대한
네.
관심이 많은데, 그래서 산치드 씨는 몇 개 언어를 아세요? 그리고 어느 정도 아세요?
사실은 제가 언어 배우기 안 좋아해요.
안 좋아해요?
네, 안 좋아해요. 그냥 글렉스 때문에 많은 언어 공부했어요. 왜냐하면 제가 많은 사람들 만났어요. 글렉스 때문에. 시작할 때 그냥 한국어 수업만 했어요. 근데 we had many people from the Philippines. 그래서 Tagalog 공부했어요. 그 다음에 그 다음에 중국어도 공부했어요. 근데 아주 조금 조금 이해해요. 중국어 그리고 타갈로그. 그리고 요즘에는 일본어도 공부하고 있어요. 왜냐하면 제가 네, 일본 문화 관심이 많았어요. 그래서 공부를 시작했어요. 언어 공부 그냥 it's just a means to get to know more people and to connect with them on a deeper level. So that is the only thing that you know inspires me to learn more languages. And as you know, that India has many languages, so I
너무
already
많아요.
know so I know three Indian languages, which is Marathi, is my mother tongue, and then Hindi, which is our national language, and
음.
Sanskrit, which I learned when I was in school, and English, it's our official language. So yeah, I already knew four languages, and then I started learning Korean, and because of that, I got to know so many people from different countries, and I started learning their languages, so I can get to know them better. So that was my only inspiration in learning languages. I'm not
진짜
a linguistic person and all that. It's like, yeah.
대단해요. 그래서 앞으로 한국어를 계속 할 거예요?
네, 계속 공부할 거예요. 왜냐면 제가 한국어 말하기 잘하고 싶어요. 한국 선생님이랑 많이 대화하고 싶어요. 그래서 계속 공부해야 돼요.
잘하기도 하고, 잘하고 있어요.
아니에요.
그래서 앞으로 어떤 계획이 있어요?
제가 10월에 토픽 exam 보고 싶어요. 그래서 많이 공부해야 돼요.
음.
토픽 시험 음, 볼 거예요. 네.
음.
그리고 내년에 한국에 가고 싶어요.
저도요. 저 진짜 가고 싶어요.
네.
이 막을 놈이
기회,
코로나.
기회가 아직 없어요. 근데 네, 진짜 가고 싶어요. 내년에.
그래서 토픽 시험을 볼 건데 어떻게 공부하고 있어요, 지금?
제가 온라인 토픽 웹사이트에서 많이 음, materials 찾아요.
아, 예,
I'm researching. 네, self study 하고 있어요. 네,
그 연습 시험을 다시 보고 있어요?
연습 시험.
음, the practice test? 토픽
아,
토픽
mock test.
웹사이트에서
네. mock test 아직 안 했어요.
아, 해봐요.
음, 네.
제가
하여튼,
공부하고 있었을 때 그
음,
모든 테스트를 다 했어요.
네. 네,
Took a
네.
lot of time.
Yes, I need to do that. First, I need to study. So I'm trying to take, I'm trying to understand the curriculum and then study accordingly. Because until now, like for 1 year, 1.5 years, like whatever studies that I've done, it was only conversation, focused on conversation. So I'm not really good at writing, and I need to completely change my strategy. So it's gonna take some time. Yeah, that's why I'm taking some break from the Zoom sessions.
그렇군요.
네.
그래서 혹시 다른 한국어 학습자들에게 조언을 할 수 있을까요?
Mm, so what
아무거나.
they I think that you really need to love the language. 사랑 많이 한국어 그리고 한국 문화 사랑 많이 해야 돼요. 왜냐하면 한국어 많이 어려워요. 그래서 계속 네, 관심이 있어야 돼요. That's the only
처음에는
thing that I can say. 네.
처음에는 쉽지만 나중에 진짜
음,
어려워져요. 그쵸?
네, 맞아요. 네.
네, 그래서 그 좋은 조언으로 네, 이 팟캐스트 에피소드를 마무리하겠습니다. 와주셔서 너무 고마워요.
네, 아니에요. 제가 더 감사해요. It was really nice talking to you today.
Thank you. And I think if you'd like, I'd love to have you on another episode to talk more about, I don't know, the um, Indian culture, I think, and how that relates to Korea, because I think there's a lot of overlap between those two countries.
Yeah, actually, it's more about the culture, not the language.
Yeah.
So yeah, even I need to explore more in that area. So yeah, I'll be really
다음에,
interested to talk about it. 네,
네.
다음에.
그럼 마무리하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.